Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to create a form view in Odoo version 15. So currently in the screen you are seeing Odoo 15 community edition where we are continuing our Odoo 15 development tutorials. So already we have created a menu that is hospital, and we have created its action, and we have created the database table. Now we will be seeing about how to create a form view. So if you go to the pie chart, here you can see inside custom add-ons we have our OM hospital module, and we have successfully created the menu, its action, and its model hospital dot patient. So once we done this much, you can see we have got a form view. So if I go to the default module, that is sales, and if I go to orders, and if I go to orders, here you can see this view is called as form view. So this is called as form view. If you check the URL, you can see the view type equal to form. And if you go to settings, and if you activate the debug mode in the database, come back to the sales, orders, and open the form view of sale order, and you have the debugger button here. Click on that, and if you scroll down, you can see an option called edit view form. So if you click on that, you can see the architecture of that view. So the architecture of the view decides how the view should look like. So we have arranged the view inside here. So this is the architecture of sale order form view. So similarly, if you come to the hospital module and to the patients, so this is the patient form view equal to form view. If you click on debugger button, and if you click on edit view form, you will see all empty, because yet we haven't defined a form view for the patient model. So as we haven't defined a form view for the patient model, and we have already created a menu and assign it action, you can see we have patient. And if you click on edit action, you can see in the action we are saying we need a view mode of type tree and form, but we haven't designed that. So as we haven't designed any form for this model hospital.patient, Odoo is giving as a default form. So Odoo is just providing as a form view by adding the available fields inside the corresponding model. So you can see Odoo will come to this model, take all the fields, and Odoo will just give us a default view. So that's why if you click on edit view form, you are seeing view name empty, and you can see architecture is empty, because yet we haven't defined a form view. But similarly, if you check the sales, and if you open, you will see edit view form. You can see a name, everything you will see. So let's see how we can design such a form view for our hospital dot patient model. So first of all, I'll go to the PyCharm, and here we have the views folder and patient view dot xml. So here I will be defining the form view for the patient model. So in order to get a sample, you can go to the Odoo folder and to the add-ons. So this is the Odoo source code, and what I will do is that I'll search for form inside the Odoo source code form tag. So I can get a sample from here. I'll simply copy this form. You can see this is from HR department reason, maybe HR module. So simply I'll copy this sample to get the syntax, and I will paste it here. So you have to adjust the indentation. So I have already give you a shortcut. Click on, select all the file, Control A, Control Alt L. Yeah, you can see the indentation has been arranged. Now what we have to do, we have to change the ID. So you can give the ID as view hospital patient form. Give the ID as in this syntax view underscore model name and type of the form. So you can just try to follow this syntax view underscore model name. Our model name is hospital.patient, then underscore form. So this is the recommended method of naming the record. This is the naming convention. The model should be ir.ui view, and in the model here you have to specify our model hospital.patient. Simply copy that, put it over here, hospital patient, field name arc xml form. So this is the very basic syntax of defining a form view. Record id, you can give a unique id, and the naming convention is view underscore model name underscore view type. As we are defining a form view, put it as form and ir.ui.view. So we are going to create a record inside this model. So once we upgrade the module, if you come to the UI, if you go to settings, technical, user interface, you can see a menu called views. So we are going to create a record to this model ir.ui view. Right now if you search for hospital over here, it's empty. So we are going to create a view ir.ui view. So we have specified model as ir.ui view, and the model should be, so we are defining a model for a form view for this model hospital.patient. So that's given. Then field name arc type xml. So architecture, we need to add inside architecture. If you come to the view and if you try to create a new view, just I'm just trying to create a view from UI. You have to put a name, so that name will be coming from here. You can add a syntax, field name equal to name, hospital patient dot form. You can give a name like this, hospital dot patient dot form. Then what we need, a model is required. So the model is given. Then we will be loading data to this architecture. So if I place the mouse over here, you can see ArcBase. So we will be loading data to architecture. Just this is the syntax. ID has to be given, model ir.ui view, a name is given. I have given the name as hospital.patient form, and field archetype xml, and based on this keyword form, Odoo will understand this is going to be a form view. So right now what I'll do, I'll simply upgrade the module. So simply I have added this record, and now I'll upgrade the module and see what happens. So I'll go to the apps menu, just I have to discard. I'll go to the apps menu and I'll upgrade the OIM hospital module. So let's see what happens. So the module has been successfully upgraded. Now if you go to the settings, technical, and if you come to the views, I'll scroll down till the views, and if you search for hospital, you can see a record has been created. View name, the field name is name. You can see hospital patient form, which we have given here, hospital patient form, and the model is hospital dot patient. It's come, and view type, you can see view type is come as form because we have given it as form tag. What if I change it to tree? I just changed it to tree, and if I refresh, I need to upgrade the module. So I'll just duplicate this tab, and if I upgrade the module, I'll click on upgrade. Right now we have form over here. After upgrade, and if I refresh, it will change to still form. Maybe it's not get upgraded. Let me try to refresh. Maybe let me upgrade once again. I'm not sure. Let me upgrade once again. Tree has given. Okay, the module has been upgraded, and if I refresh and if I search for hospital, your type is still seems to be form. So I'll do one thing. Let me delete this. I have just deleted it, and let me upgrade the module once again. So I'll upgrade the module once again, and now if I search for hospital, you can see the view type has been changed to tree. So the Odoo will decide whether it is a tree view or a form view based on this tag that we write here, form. And you can see we have started a form view. So based on this key, Odoo will detect whether it is a form view or a tree view. So if you are writing a form view, in the name you can add its form, and also here also you have to give. Suppose if you are writing a tree view, just name it like this. So that's the naming convention that you have to follow everywhere. So that's done. So I'll just control Z and I'll design the form view. So we have added a form view. Now what I'll do, I'll just delete it again, delete, and I'll upgrade the module because we need the form view. So I'll upgrade the module, and if I refresh over here and if I search for hospital, you can see form view has been added, and the architecture you can see it's almost empty, and you can see inside the form tag we don't have anything, just a form tag. Now if you go to the form view, that is hospital, and if you open the patient form, you can see a blank screen. Initially we have name field, age and gender, but right now you can see empty white screen is coming. That is because you don't have anything inside the form tag. We have just defined an empty form tag. So the system will show the things that we design or add inside the form tag. So right now we don't have anything. That is why Odoo show as an empty form view. So right now if you click on debugger button and if you click on edit view form, you can see the view name is the same as what we have given over here, and the model is coming. Earlier everything was empty, but right now as we have added the form, the data is coming over there, but there is nothing inside the form view. That's why you are getting screen like this. Now what we have to do, we have to add our field. Like, even though there will be a 10 or 20 fields in the model, we will be showing only a couple of fields which is important, or which in which user has to enter the data. So you can add the necessary fields to your form. So syntax of adding a field is like this: field space name equal to, then you have to specify the name of the field. So I'll go to the patient.py file. Here I have name field. I'll copy that. I'll put it here. I'll duplicate these lines. I'll copy age. I'll put it here. I'll copy gender. I will put it over here. So what I have done is I have added three fields to this form. So initially it was an empty form. Right now I have added three fields to the form. I'll just already start the service. We have to go to the UI and upgrade the OIM hospital module. So we will be upgrading the module. So the module is upgraded. Now if I refresh the view, you can see this is the tree view, empty tree view. If I click on create, we will be getting the form view, and you can see it's coming like this. Actually, this is, you can see the tooltip. It's a name field, it's age field, this is gender field. But where is the field label? So if you go to some another module like sales, we have field labels. Here it is missing. That is because if you need the labels of a field, you have to add it inside the group tag like this. Inside form, you have to add group tag. Then inside that, you have to add the fields. So if you see that if a field doesn't have a label, you can think maybe the field is not defined inside a group tag, or maybe no label is added along with the field definition. So there is two chance for a field to miss its label. What I mean is, you can see the label like this: customer, then input column, but we don't have this. Label is missing, either because the group tag, the field is not defined inside a group tag, or this might be there. So what I have done is I have moved the field definition inside a group tag. Then just upgrade your module. So go to apps and just upgrade the OM hospital module. And if you refresh here, you can see the field label has been appeared, name, age, gender, but still it not looking good, right? If you compare it with the sales form view, you can see here you have something like sheet. You can see a border, something like a border inside the screen. You have a square thing, like you can see these borders. You can see these borders, but the same is missing here. We don't have such a border. So for that, what you have to do, you have to add a another tag called sheet sheet tag, and I'll cut this, control X, and I'll put it over here, control A, control alt L for indentation. Done. Just a restart, upgrade the module. So right now our form is like this, and I'll go to apps menu and I'll upgrade the OM hospital module. So the module has been upgraded. Now if I open the patient form view, you can see I haven't refreshed here. Here we don't have that border, but here you can see we have a sheet. Inside we have label and input field. And if you click on edit view form, the code that you have entered inside the pie chart, so the code that we have designed over here, it will be visible here. You can see form, sheet, group, fields, everything coming here. So that's done. So we have defined a very basic form view in Odoo. Now one more thing. So if you go to sales, and here you can see customer is coming in the first half. That is, you can see the form, entire form is divided into two div. Customer and quotation is coming in the left side, expiration, quotation date, payment terms is coming in the right side. So let's see how we can split like that. That is what we are going to do, is that putting name and age in the left side of the screen and gender to the right side of the screen. So in order to do that, what you have to do, you have to follow this syntax. I'll just write a couple of codes. Control D. Don't worry, I'll explain what I'm doing. I'll cut this, control X. That is, what I have done is inside the main group. So initially we have added a main group, this one, and I have closed it here. So you can see this one I have opened here and closed. So that slash means closing tag. I have opened this group here and this group is closed here, and inside that group I have created another two groups. One group is this, another group is this. So once you do like that, the screen will be split into two halves. So simply a main group and two subgroups inside it. So let's upgrade the module and see the difference. So apps menu and upgrade the OM hospital module. So it has been done, and if you come here you will see name, age, gender is coming in the right side as we have discussed. So this is how you can define a very basic form view in Odoo. So an ID has to be given, which has to be unique and follow the naming convention that I have suggested. Model ir.ui view, give a name for your view, then model has to be specified, field name arc xml, then the field, sorry, then the view type form. If it is a form view, put form, then inside sheet tag. Just understand why we have used sheet tag and what is the purpose of group, what happens if there is no group, why the labels are missing, and how we splitted the view into two sections. So just try to understand these things, and in the upcoming video or in the later part of Odoo 15 tutorials, we will be elaborating this form view. So in the next video we'll be seeing how to define the tree view for this model. So right now, tree view for this model, right now we have only name over here. So let's, in the next video we will understand how to define the tree view. I hope right now itself you will having an idea about how to create a tree review in Odoo. So that's all about this video. If you like the video, please do click the like button and subscribe the channel so that you won't miss any updates from Odoo Mates. So that's it for the day. Have a nice day. Thank you.